As he can remember, he always wanted to be a gangster. Hey everyone, it's Rob, and I got a request to review the gangster classic Goodfellas from Martin Scorsese about a young kid named Henry Hill who wants to join the mob and works his way up as he gets older from doing small, simple crimes to big heists and some hits. After I watched this movie, I was gathering my thoughts on what to say for this video, and I kept asking myself, what can I say that hasn't been said about it? So I hope you will forgive me if I repeat a lot of the same comments that have been said about it since it came out in 1990. Okay, first off, the voiceovers in Goodfellas I think are well written and great to listen to. When I reviewed The Last Airbender this past summer, I felt like the voiceovers were overdone. It felt like it was just pushing the story rather than helping the film. But here, I think the voiceover complements the picture very well. I liked hearing Henry, played by Ray Liotta, because what he has to say is pretty interesting, and the gangster life appeals to Henry because of his childhood. He had to share his home with his 6 siblings and a dad who works too hard and was pissed off about his own life. And when he talks about the mafia culture and why certain things are done and how it felt and how it felt like to be a family to him.
Playing twice, they got hit so bad, believe me, they never complained again. It was just all routine, and you didn't even think about it.
I can never hit a number. The book teoretic, I was going to think.
Frank. When I was watching this film, it was like I was reading the book that this movie is based off of, Wise Guy, and it was like when I was watching this, so I was like imagining this stuff in my head as I was reading. It's like I'm reading it, and this is what the results are when I imagine what the characters look like and how they behave in my head. And Goodfellas has, speaking of characters, Goodfellas has absorbing characters. They have distinct personalities, like Robert De Niro as Jimmy Conway. There's Frankie Carbone, the Cicero brothers, and I really enjoyed spending time with these characters and listening to their conversations, listening to them joke around, and the actors made me feel like I was watching the real people. I don't remember any bad performances in this movie at all. It was like I was watching the real people, and all of them were really great. But I think Tommy, played by Joe Pesci, was probably my favorite because I didn't exactly know how he would react to what was being said to him or what random thing he was going to say.
You're a big cops. Really funny. Really funny.
What do you mean I'm funny?
It's funny, you know. It's a good story. It's funny. You're a funny guy.
What do you mean? You mean the way I talk? What?
It's just, you know, you're just funny. It's funny, you know, the way you tell the story and everything.
Well, I'm funny how? I mean, funny like I'm a clown. I amuse you. I make you laugh.
Get the fuck out of here to Tommy.
Just had him. I almost had him.
Speaking of saying stuff, the dialogue did not sound labored at all to me. It sounded like something real people would say. And I think that's because Nicholas Pileggi, who wrote the book, Wise Guy, and spent time with the real Henry Hill, co-wrote this script. And also, former associates who knew the real mob served as advisors on the set. And that probably helped contribute to the making of the characters credible. Now, it was also a nice touch to feature Henry's wife, Karen, in the film instead of having her be put into the background like I've seen in a lot of other gangster films. They, too, have a lot of drama going on in their relationship. And finally, the music. Scorsese picked good music to set the mood for the film, as well as establishing different time periods. Like in the 1950s, you hear music like Tony Bennett's Rags to Riches to help you feel the time period. And also the music helps in a way develop the character, like I just mentioned, Rags to Riches, you know, with his Henry Hill's childhood being like lower class and from a hardworking family, and look how he goes up to being, you know, part of the mob. He has a lot of money and all that. So if you have not seen Goodfellas, you owe yourself a favor to see it, whether you order it from Netflix or go to the local library. Check it out. So thank you very much for watching.